went, and they offered him more incentive. Even though he has heard God saying don't go, because of the greater incentive, he had been lenient in the first instance, I wouldn't know. But he came back to God and God said, go now. Anybody who's I can talk about Yorubas, and I can imagine it happens in a large part of Africa. There are certain things you will ask your mother, and your mother will say, "Benoni," and you know that Benoni, when you try it, you are in serious trouble. Something like that. This man, number one, it was so should I call it disrespectful for you to even come to pray at all, whether you should do the kind of thing they were asking you to do, and God was so nice and said, no, you don't do that. To me, God was really, really nice to him. And then because he had a bigger incentive, he returned to God to say, can I go? Well, go. That's the kind of go. So if we now come back to your question now, to what extent can that happen today? That can happen to the extent of your relationship with God. Some people, they relate with God. They are coming to say, shall I go? And God says, go. They already know the meaning of that go. They know that it's behaving like a Yoruba mother, in that situation. And they will, check up themselves. They know that no, this one that God is saying is a no-go area. It's a no-go area. Yeah. But if the relationship close between that person and God, he isn't likely to answer that way. He will more likely try to teach that person and to make the person see that, look, see this, see the danger, see what you are beneath, you are above this, and you are trying to bring yourself below. That's not for your portion. That's what he will try to do today from the God I understand of the New Testament. Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah. Okay, I have a question here. I'm
expecting
a call. All right, he's here. Hello, you're welcome to the program. Is Pastor Explain This?
Hey, Pastor Bimbo, God bless you, man.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir. Pastor, God
sir?
bless you.
You are welcome, Pastor. You are welcome, Pastor.
Very grateful to God.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
So, my question is, Philippians chapter 5, verse 18. Although I've asked similar question when I asked about Paul saying Timothy should drink a little. But it is, the question is coming up. So please, sir, you like us to explain. Yeah, Peter 5:18 says we should not drink wine where it is excess. Is it the excess that is the problem? Or although he ended by saying be filled with the Spirit. Can we drink a little and be filled with the Spirit? Or is the excess that is the problem? That is number one question, because to get it again is not easy.
Okay.
The other one is Matthew, or Synoptic Gospel, one of the Synoptic Gospel. It talks of Christ saying that he gives Caesar. Okay, now, if you are in a place, your community, money, for maybe for the things that are not very clear, godly, they want to contribute money. Do you say we should give it to them, or government say that maybe they want to drinking? We pay our taxes to that effect, and they are using our money for that effect. So, do we give to Caesar what is Caesar in that case?
Very well. You said drinking.
When you contribute money and it's used
things
for
like
drinking.
alcohol.
Yeah?
They use our money for taxes and others. Our tax money to pay VAT on it.
Okay, to pay VAT on. Okay, I think your question is the other way around. Anyway, go on. I'll get you now.
So, do we give Caesar what belongs to Caesar in that case?
Okay.
And drinking wine where it's excess, is it excess that is the problem?
Okay.
That's two questions, sir.
All right then. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, bless you, sir. Okay, so the first one is Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 18. Do not drink wine wherein there is excess, but be ye filled with the Spirit. Sir, several times we have answered here and said, if you look very well at the Bible, very well, you find out that they distinguish between wine and strong drink. Now, even that wine certainly has some measure of alcohol, okay, because they said you shouldn't drink it to excess, all right? If it was, nobody would tell you don't drink water to excess. It was not anywhere in the Bible. So it's only this wine thing that is the excess comes in. So in some cultures, taking a little wine after food is a normal aspect of their culture. It's normal, and there's no big deal to it. In certain countries today, you visit some born again people, fine Christians, but because that's their culture, at the end of your meal, they will serve you a little wine in some little glass like this. You took it with that food, and that was it. Now, let me make this clear. The Bible does not say a Christian must never take wine. It's nowhere in the Bible. We choose not to take wine because for a number of reasons. Well, number one, some of us are following the Nazarite vow in the Old Testament, where some people say they would never taste wine or any strong drink, shall not touch their lips or their tongue all the days of their lives. And some of us are that committed to God, and that's why we do it. It's not because God says, thou shalt not touch wine, for the day that thou touchest wine, thyself and thy entire family shall go to hell. There's no such thing at all in the Bible. Okay? So we need to have that understanding that we should not look at it as a religious thing at all. No, that's not the way it is. It's because we have chosen to be so committed, so dedicated to say that we're not going to touch that thing. Number two reason why we don't go there is that anything that becomes that you depend upon, that you must take, no matter how little that thing is, one is get to a situation where